Okay. So we've been talking about fear, the different facets of fear, anxiety, stress. The cause of fear is our attachment to a certain idea of ourselves, of reality, and how fear paralyzes us, make us lose ourselves, lose our faculty, lose our potential, lose our creativity. And then what we are afraid of will happen because that's what it is in our mind. But if we can control our fear, then we can be creative, we can see opportunity, we can, things don't have to happen the way how you think. Things might happen differently and very quickly. Things can be very positive, very quickly, but very important for you to control that emotion. Very strong, instinctive, strong emotion that is controlling us and make us victim. So I talk a lot about this. I'm not sure that it's that you quite understand how it is impacting. Okay, so we continue. Swami Adi.
I think, yeah, everybody seems to be commenting. Yeah.
Okay. So we continue. Okay, everybody. Hope you come back from your break, your 2 minutes break. And we get into the important chapter of what to do. Okay. So there are classical yogic methods how to deal with fear. Depending on your temperament, and you have to know your temperament more or less. You can apply the 4 classical methods separately or together. You need to try them and see which one fitting you more at the moment. And then you can apply in yourself, and you can help people around you also to apply. So the number 1 is Karma Yoga method. What that means, and this goes for people that are active and practical temperament. Okay, so in the situation of stress, the active person and the practical person need to think of how to be helpful for others in this situation. So this will help you to get out of yourself, because the fear comes from the attachment to your idea, to yourself, and you build up all this scenario. So you need to get out of yourself. Yeah. So you need to think of a helpful thing to do for other people. This will open your heart and alleviate the anxiety that comes from your own attachment. So you get the technique? You just need to think of somebody else, but not thinking in terms of worry, not thinking in terms of, poor them, but thinking in terms of something practical that you can do. So this would get you out of yourself and will channel your energy externally. Always there is something that you can do for somebody. Yeah. You can cook a meal for somebody that cannot go shopping. It is said the senior people that cannot go out. You can cook a meal. You can knit something. You can draw something. You can write, from your heart, something, a love letters, a lot of things that you can do. So that's called the Karma Yoga people. So the second is the Bhakti-Yoga methods for those who are emotional temperament. So these people, they need to transform their emotions into devotion or pure love. They need to learn to be surrendering to the divine plan more. So that's the method of this kind of personality, is to accept and to surrender and to trust and have faith that all will be taken care of. So you need to relax. Later on, we talk more, we elaborate more about this kind of approach when we talk about faith. Okay, so Bhakti Yogi is people that are relaxed. So very important, they're relaxed. So you would talk about, fear makes us feel like, small and tense. So you need to approach what's happening with faith. So then at that time you release and you relax and you know that all is well. Okay, so the third kind of approach is the Raja Yoga and Hatha Yoga methods for those who are kind of stronger kind of temperament that can be analyzing the mind and replacing the negative thought with the positive thoughts. And also the people that practice Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga, there is a yoga class going on right now. Hatha Yoga will help you immediately. So that's why this morning I give the whole satsang to yoga teachers, about 100 people or more. How yoga teachers are very helpful right now. So we need to teach a lot to people the way how to breathe rhythmically, so it calm down the nervous system, and to be aware of the breath and the body connection, to slow down. Okay, because when you have anxiety, is racing thoughts. So you learn to regulate your breath and your movement in the asana class. And you learn also to be in balance, to balance the flow of prana. So that's the expertise of Hatha Yoga, is to teach you how to balance the flow of prana. So some people think wrongly that yoga asanas is building muscles and being fit, but it's not that. It is working on the subtle energy that is connected to the thoughts. So you, by moving the body in a balanced, moderate, and posture and counter posture, right and left, forward, backward, and so on. So you are balancing the flow of prana, and that will help your stress resilience. Okay, immediately. Balance the right and the left brain activity. Okay. So this is a key, balance. So we would said that we would talk about prana in another kind of session upcoming. Number 3, improve mental and emotional balance. Okay, and be aware. So that is another way to say the same thing. Yeah, achieve emotional balance by the regulation of the breath. That's all, very simple. Plus the concentration of the mind. Regulation of the breath and concentration of mind, and being mindful or aware. So that in itself is very, very helpful. And then number 4, this I talked about, a few hours ago to the teachers, is try to, in this time, increase ojas, which is the energy of sustenance, of immunity that comes from your deep heart. So in this time, make sure that you improve the quality of food, not the quantity. When you are eating nervously, or when you have time around, you don't know what to do, so you eat. And what you eat or what you store in your house might be, canned food or frozen food. So try to eat better, because it gives you that sustenance energy we call ojas, that will help you to be positive, that will help you to be content. And then also that help you to open your heart and to be relaxed. Okay. So these are the teaching of Ayurveda. So you can learn more about this, how to be, to have a quality food that will nourish your body and your mind and keep your immune system high and keep you healthy. So the number 5 is how to increase the calmness and the sense of security and safety for yourself and others. So when you do yoga, you can do restorative yoga. You can use props, blankets, pillows that you, when you sleep, if you feel that you have difficulty sleeping, you can put some pillow over your chest. Yeah, you can hold on to some pillow. Yeah, or you can put your legs on pillow. So these are helping, yeah, to feel relaxed, to have a sense of security, of quiet, of warmth, and of being supported. Yeah, for children, it's a good thing to do for them. Yeah, to give them this extra support, to feel safe. And when you feel safe, you let go of the defense mechanism. Yeah, the hypervigilance that we talked about earlier in times of anxiety. And then it calms the senses and the mind. Okay, so do comfortable posture and increase in relaxation. So you can give some simple relaxation technique to your family and to yourself. Spend more time in relaxation poses. Breathe and relax. In fact, the relaxation poses help you to be more detached, yeah, toward your body and toward your surroundings. So it has a profound effect. You need to try more of this now. And then through the deep relaxation, you can have more connection with yourself. Yeah. And you also, you need to learn to breathe deeply. Now, one of the key technique when you are stressed is to exhale slowly. Okay, you exhale slowly, it switch into the relaxation response. So the teachers or yoga teachers, if you are yoga teachers, need to be gentle, encouraging, and calming, and sensitive. Okay? And in general, teachers, even you are not yoga teachers, you are teachers or parents, that you need to, in this time, to be more gentle, loving, encouraging, and sensitive. Okay? Not the time to be frustrated and tack on this person, that person, or blaming this person, that person, this country, that country. So pay attention not to fall into it. And the fourth classical yoga method for intellectual and philosophical temperament kind of people, then you need to philosophize more, read more about the true nature of reality, true nature of the self, true nature of the soul that is untouched by diseases, yeah, and cannot be separated. Okay, so yoga means one. So we're teaching that there is a level of oneness in everything, and we need to relate to that, think more the bigger picture, assert your healthy self. The healthy self is always there. So you need to assert yourself and do some self-inquiry that you are not the body, you are not the mind. Removing the veils of fears by exercising your thinking in a correct manner, not the thinking in an incorrect manner, which is worrying. Worrying is thinking in an incorrect manner. But when you are exercising your intellect and you try to removing the wrong thinking, yeah, that create the fear. And people have been talking about that. The number of people that die in the coronavirus is much less than the number of people that die from accident or from cancer or from murders or from any other reason. Yeah. So of course it has some kind of mysterious aura that comes with it. That's why, everyone, every country's taking measures, and it's not like we are not taking it seriously, but we need to calm our imagination and our fear by looking at numbers, because numbers don't lie. So at that time you use your intellect instead of using your emotions. Fear is an emotion, so you try to learn to use your intellect more, by thinking and also by detachment. Okay, so now the last point, the point number 4, is faith. Why faith will be very helpful nowadays, to deal with fears and anxieties. So faith is something that you need to cultivate. It's something we need to work with. Okay? Faith will help you now to feel strong. Any level of faith that you have will make you feel stronger. Yeah, because we don't have the knowledge yet why things are the way how they are. So we become fearful and anxious, and we are always thinking of some kind of calamity. But we need to have faith that everything happened for the best. There is a reason for things to happen. And we said that there are 3 types of faith. Okay, so think about this, how you can nurture these 3 types of faith. The number 1 is you need to rekindle back or reconnect back with the faith of your own self. Okay, your own core self. Yeah. So that means that you need to be self-reliant. That means you need to feel strong that you can take care of yourself. Everything is okay. You can think of yourself. Self-reliance. We must be able to rely on our own inner strength dwelling within us, as opposed to relying on our ego selves. Our ego self will make you feel stressed because you feel that the way how you think, who you are, you base your strength on your personality. That will create the stress and strain that I'm talking about, and the fear and worry, anxiety. But you need to let go of that and take time to look within. Yeah. So those who you have the habit to meditate, then you can rely to that easier. But the people that don't have the habit to meditate or to do yoga, you also can sit down, yeah, and not pacing nervously, not moving around, but sit down, yeah, calm yourself down, yeah, take a breath, yeah, and close your eyes and be quiet. A simple technique, yeah, so you can reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your inner strength, okay, and your inner truth. There's something within you, if you listen, that says that everything is okay. I am, I exist, I am. There's nothing to be afraid of. So, but until you have that strong, you know, sense of self-knowing, then faith is helpful. Ultimately, faith is replaced with direct experience. The more that you know, then the more you feel self-confidence, and you don't need so much to rely on faith. It's strange to say that, but you know, it's an advanced level when knowledge, when you have the direct experience of everything. So, but now you have your intuition. You have glimpse intuitively. You can have glimpse. Okay, so hang on to this moment when you have intuition and you have glimpse of the truth that is behind your mind, behind all your emotions. There is something there that you can trust. That is unchangeable, unchanged, and that is there. And you might not have a name for it, but you feel that it's there. So calm down and trust yourself. That's the key. Okay, calm down and trust yourself. All answers are within. The answers are within. So I have the experience of one student recently. She approached me very worried because she had a cough and she just traveled from England and wondered if she should go to hospital and be tested. So I asked her, look within. Look inside yourself. Ask yourself the question, am I going to die soon? I just say this very blank, you know. Am I going to die soon? Am I healthy? So she didn't know what to think, but she kind of nodded. I think it's reached something. So I sent her to hospital and the doctor said it's the common flu and she should rest. There's no COVID-19 test available anyway, unless she's ready to travel to another city. So she did not go. I would not stop her if she wanted to do, but she decided not to go. And I believe that she regained some sense of confidence and overcome her fear by being asked to find the answers from within. So trust yourself. There's an answer from within, and we never really use it. Yeah, we trust everything. We trust the news. We trust the media. We trust people, what people say, but we don't trust ourselves. So sit down, meditate more, be quiet, and ask yourself questions. Okay? So when you get in connection with that truth within yourself, they will set you free from all fears. It is a long journey. Maybe now you cannot do it right away, but with humility, sincerity, you need to start on the journey to find yourself, to find the truth within yourself, and to have more faith. In the beginning, we don't have experience. We don't have any clue where to look. Yeah. When we look within, when we meditate, we look within, we have no clue. We don't know what to do, but you have to practice. So we have some meditation workshop coming up. Okay. But meanwhile, faith can give you strength and it keep you going. So that's the number one is faith in yourself. The number two is faith in nature, Mother Nature, and in the supreme intelligence. Yeah. So you need to be ready to cooperate with the natural law. Okay. So the whole body is governed by the natural law. Yeah. So you have to look within, and then you can improve your immunity by not interfering with the natural law and by learning the principles of, health and hygiene. So you can cooperate with Mother Nature. You can learn to meditate and shift your consciousness from the past to the present. So that time you have more connection with that supreme intelligence when you are shifting that consciousness from past to present, and you learn to see the bigger picture, and you learn to channel the emotions into devotion. And you have the courage to face our illusions, which we talked about earlier. Okay, so these are all very big words, but something that we need to start to practice. So faith in God springs from an inner feeling that there is something greater than you. In this time, this is what we need to do, because we don't know where to turn. Okay, so you need to connect to the inner feeling that there is something greater, a supreme being that indwells in your own essential spirit. So when you are abiding in that faith, when you are able to recognize God's grace or the miracle of life operating in all things, then we are on the journey of self-discovery to uncover the truth of who we are, a journey guided by faith. Okay, so faith is something beautiful, but you might meet with the obstacle which we talk about is doubt. So before that, I talk about the third level of faith, which is the faith in the teachings and the practices. So the first level of faith is faith in your own core self, not your ego self. Second is the faith in Mother Nature and Supreme Intelligence. And the third level of faith is faith in the teaching of the wise and the practices. So the sacred teaching say that you are like the shining sun, untouched by fears or diseases. Okay. You know that the sun is there even though the clouds are there. So now consider it like the clouds are there, the clouds of your own worry. Yeah, but try to remember the sun. So to regain the vision of the inner sun, so you need to learn to clear away the impurities of the mind. Okay, so now again, it's a list of yoga techniques, yoga teaching, and we can elaborate another time. You need to observe the niyama. Yeah, that means the ethical guidelines of conduct to purify yourself. That means you need to keep practicing asana pranayama to help you to clear the clouds, okay, or the impurities. You need to practice contentment, count your blessings, turning the mind inwards. Okay. You need to practice austerity, and now is the time. Instead of worrying that we cannot go shopping, yeah, now practice austerity, which means renunciation, discipline, endurance, practice a simple life. All these things are not killing anybody. Actually, it's very healthy. And number 4 is you need to do introspection. So you have time to do introspection. And number 5, to practice self-surrender, accepting what is, letting go, letting God, letting God's will prevailing. Let it be. Bear the consequences of past actions coming in the present. So this is our karma. Okay. Nobody is cursing us. No God is creating problem to us. It's the consequence of our own past actions. Have faith that eventually everything will pass. We must also practice endurance and know that the journey is not going to happen overnight. Okay. So whatever you want to change, because the time is requiring you to change, you're forced to change. External circumstances make you have to change. Yeah. So might as well take it positively and patiently. Things are not going to change overnight. Okay. And the challenge of enduring what is the difficulty, the past karma, and not to retaliate and not to react. That means not to be, angry. Try to forgive and to forget whatever that you have done as mistake from before. Forgive yourself, forgive others, yeah, and forget, but start fresh, start new. Yeah, try to be positive now, because now you become more aware. So what not to do? So these are the things to do. Yeah, cultivate the faith. And now the thing not to do is to avoid negative company, people that believe in wrong things, because it kills your faith, increase your fear. So be careful. Yeah, including media, too much gossip, internet gossip. So try to avoid. That's more healthy. And then you need to things not to do is to not to be angry and violent. Yeah, practice patience with yourself. Do not lie, do not steal. Try to turn inward, beyond the senses. Yeah, let go our greedy tendency, grasping, hoarding. The more you depend on material object for your happiness, the more fear you will have. Okay, so this turning point force you to become more spiritual, to turn more inward. Nothing wrong with it, to have an inner life and to live a simple life. Nothing wrong with it. Everything is a test of faith. And something that you need to remember also is the doubt and the feeling of guilt and doubt. Yeah. And the feeling of rejection, self-rejection, you reject yourself. Instead of finding yourself, you find yourself in the situation where you reject yourself more. So that you need to pay attention, okay? And you feel that you don't have self-worth. It's like something happened outside and then you take it on yourself and you think that you are not worthy. So that is a wrong kind of a turn, okay? And then you lose your faith, yeah? So you need to remember to be aware of the doubt and the self-doubt attitude, Because doubt will make you weak. Instead of faith make you strong, doubt will make you weak. Doubt will come when you lose faith. And when you lose faith in the underlying order of the universe and of nature. Yeah, you reject everything because your expectations are not met. Yeah, and when your expectations are not met, you lose faith in God, in the universal law, and in yourself. Okay, you see the mechanism, how it works? When you expect things and did not happen, I repeat again, when you expect things and it did not happen, then you get frustrated. Yeah, then at that time, you lose faith and you become doubtful. Okay, so that's the way how it works. But you need to conquer that by being courageous, facing our attachment, facing our fear, and know that you can renew yourself all the time. Yeah, that's not something external that can happen that make you renew yourself, but just by having a better attitude toward ourselves, by turning more inward, by taking time with ourselves and reconnect with nature, we can renew ourselves then and there. Yeah, and that feeling will become fresh. Okay, so instead of falling into the doubt, you need to increase your practice, keep your mind and your heart open. Yeah, so don't have some kind of preconceived idea too much. Yeah, no, not too much expectation, be open. When you lose your faith, then try to introspect, find the cause of doubt, which is a certain aspect of our ego and our attachment, for sure. Okay, so then embrace again our truth. That means step back. Yeah, don't let this trait of personality take over, and then you regain your faith. And a very good technique is, if you have doubt, then you need to find the people that have no doubt and you hang out with them. And it's very powerful. So in this time, you can do some research about the behavior of the virus and you get over our imagined fear. Many people talk, there's some scientists and things talk very nicely. It helped my mind to even understand what this virus is about. The more you know about it, the less fearful you will be. Knowledge helps you to regain confidence and faith in the intelligence of the body and of nature. Okay, so when we say that, it means that we have faith that there is an inner healer, there's an inner doctor within you, and you need to consult that doctor. Okay, so before you eat something, consult that doctor. Before you think something, consult that doctor. Before you do something, consult that inner healer. The inner healer is Mother Nature. She's the provider and the sustainer of your life. So reconnect. It seems strange for me to say this because everyone kind of know, but it's true that we know, but we forget. So we forget that we are a product of Mother Nature and she's the one that sustains our life, and we should not mistrust her. Yeah, because the virus which is there, the virus is sent by her. Nothing is without her. So try to be at peace with her. Take heed of her advices. She's dwelling within you. She's you. Starting to take care of your health. So if you want to reconnect with Mother Nature, you need to start to take care of your health. Physical, mental, and spiritual health. So there's teaching in yoga and in Ayurveda that help you to do so. So this is a time for you to take time to do so. There's a lot of books online, yeah, and a lot of teachers there available. And you need to study, do your part, and let the mother take care of the rest. I mean, you surrender, you have faith, and you don't worry. Okay, so that's the end. May you all be healthy, happy, strong, victorious. Okay, so I'm Swami Sitaramananda. I'm happy to talk to you. And now we almost get our 2 hours. Yeah, so very little time for any kind of question, but you are most welcome to write. Okay, and then there will be more satsang in the future, and it's very good that we be able to sit together in this time, even though through virtual reality, but at least our mind and hearts are together. So we say the prayer ending, okay? So now the prayer that we need to all learn and spread out is the prayer for health, healing, protection, and also we send our prayers to all the sick people and the people that are helping the sick people, so that they can have the energy to help the sick people. We send our energy to the countries that are more affected. Yeah, we send our energy to the people that are in a stressful mode, stressful situation. So we open our heart, we focus within, and we send these prayers out. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtimananam Urvau Kamiva Bandanan Mrichua Mukshya Mamritan. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtimananam Urvau Kamiva Bandanan Mrichua Mukshya Mamritan. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtimananam Urvau Kamiva Bandanan Mrichua Mukshya Mamritan. I forget to say that if people leave their body or they die, you also can use this prayer. Okay, so you can record the prayer, you can find it online, or you can record the prayer, and you can play the prayer in low volume all the time, and you can hear it. It's a background of your thought, and it'll help you to become calm. Okay, so we will announce more satsang another time. Om Bolo Satguru Sri Sivananda Maharaj. Jai. Jai means victorious. May you be victorious. Om Bolo Sri Vishnu Devananda Maharaj. Jai. May you be victorious. May this teaching make you victorious. Okay. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya. And we finish.